And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Hey folks, today we're taking a look at Captain Silver. Now this is one of the nominees for the Kinderspiel, the children's game of the year from Germany. It did not win, but it's to be nominated is a pretty big deal. This is a kid's game about your tactile sense, being able to reach into a bag, feel an item, and pull it out. But it's actually more than that. There's also some strategic elements in this game too, to pull them out as quickly as you can, but to put them in the right spots. Here's how the game plays. So in this game, you're going to be building a board, and the board is actually made of puzzle pieces. So you can see that I could have flipped this over on this side if I wanted to, so that you can have various boards, and you can also shorten a board if you're playing a two-player game. And these boards are going to show different symbols on them. Each player is going to put a ship down here at this end of the board. 5 treasure chests are going to be placed on each of these 2 spots, and players are going to have a bag of their color. Now in this bag are various items that are going to be matching to different things here. And you say, ready, set, go for, actually I don't think you say ready, set, go. Everyone shouts, Pirates Ahoy, sorry, to start the round off. And players are going to be quickly going through their bag, placing these out for each round. There's 3 rounds in the game. So I'm looking for these 4 items here because they're the 4 items next to a ship. So I'm feeling in my bag like, oh, okay, this one feels like it's one of them. No, it's a map. I drew the wrong item. So I put it all the way down at the other end of the board near the volcano island. Then I pull out the bottle. Well, that's also a wrong item. I'm not very good at pulling out items. So then I pull out a sword. Great. The sword goes here. And now anyone can place an anchor here. So perhaps another player notices that. So they go through their bag and they find the anchor and place it here. Of course, that means someone else can place an anchor there, and so on and so forth. So there's always 4 that can be done at a time. Now, if you are going to put something out and someone else gets there first, so maybe I'm going to put the wheel here, but the blue player beats me to it, well, then I'm stuck and have to put it here on the volcano island at the end. This will continue until one of these rows is filled up. When one of the rows is filled up, the round ends. At that point, you'll draw one of these cards. This just tells you which island you're going to start with. So we start with this island here, and we just go down and solve everything in that row. And this, basically, you're just going to pick the order of islands. So let's say I get to this island. So I start with the sword. The yellow player's ship moves 1 spot. Then the blue player gets 2 coins. Then the blue player's ship moves 3 spots. That's basically every spot on the board. You're going to get coins or you're going to move your ship. So these ships are moving. When they get to this spot, they can decide to go the short route or the long route. Now, in each route, they're going to pass treasure chests. When you pass the treasure chest, you will take a look through the treasure chests that are left there and take the highest value. So these are numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But they might not be. There might be 2 5s or something. Also, if you take the longer route, when you pass this spot here, you will get an extra coin. So that's the benefit of going the longer way. So every time you're going through, you're taking a treasure chest and possibly getting a coin. Then, of course, these spots on the board give coins. At the end of each round, you'll also draw a volcano card from here and look at the items on it. And for each of these items that you have over here, you will lose a coin. So I look here, I have a map, a bottle, and the wheel here at the end. However, only the map and bottle are here, so I would lose 2 coins for each of those. And then everything is kind of reset. All the players put their pieces back into their bags, and you start the next round. You do 3 rounds of this, and then you will add all the coins that you've gotten over the course of the game, plus the values of the treasure chests that you've picked up, and whoever has the most points, the most value, is the winner of the game. Now this game has kind of a light aspect to it, right? You're pulling the things out and they're similar in how they feel, but you can really tell which each one is. But if you're not thinking clearly, it's harder. So I do like that aspect of the game, right? And they're big, they're chunky, they're thick tiles. You always have 4 that you're looking for. They're usually 4 different ones. So you can pull one out and be like, that's where it goes. Now you're gonna have the aspect of as you put one out, so Susan's putting one out at the same time.
and the first one to get their hand out there wins. So as a parent, you may have to step in sometimes over a heated debate, which could or could not, mine was there first. No, mine was there first. Now, I am not sure I'm keen on the volcano part of the game. When you pull over from a bag, you're about to place it somewhere, and someone else gets there a half a second first, then you lose a point for that. Not only did you not get to place yours, but then you lose a point, or you may or may not lose a point. That whole may or may not lose a point thing is a really weird mechanism, and honestly, when I play with younger kids, we're talking younger elementary, I cut the volcano point immediately. You pull the wrong one from the bag, you throw it back in the bag and pull another one. It's just a lot easier to work with kids in that regard. The idea, though, of moving the ship around and taking the long path or the short path, this is a small decision, but it's a good one for kids. They're like, ooh, I know there's better treasure back there because I saw it. But if I go through here, I can go through faster and I might be able to come around one more time. Because your ship's only going to go around like 3 times at the most. So you got to figure out whether you want to do those shorter ones and go around more often, or go the longer route, which gives you the extra coin. Or where are you placing them out on the board? Do I want coins? They're straight points. Or do I want to move my ship? Now, coins are inherently better than moving the ship. Because no matter how much you move the ship, you might get a treasure worth 5. But if you get two coins, you're doing better. Now, all this is probably a lot of thinking, and you might be surprised to see kids, putting that much effort into that kind of thinking. But it does fit the territory. So this game kind of scales well. You can add the volcanoes in for the older kids, even though I still think it's weird that some of them randomly don't take a point. But overall, a solidly well put together game. My kids all really enjoyed it. The component quality is really high, and it's a fun piratey theme. That's Captain Silver.
Dice Tower Judgment. Approved, darg.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at Dicetowernetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.
Shut the door!